All right, let's now shift our attention to Afghanistan, where the aftermath of Afghanistan's 2019 presidential election has now dragged on for about 75 days. Afghanistan's independent poll watchdog has missed 2 dates for the announcement of the preliminary results, and it is 53 days behind its original election timetable. But the Commission has now finally announced that the election results will be out soon, nearly about 2 months after the Afghans braved hundreds of Taliban attacks to cast their ballots in a vote for the president. The results have been repeatedly delayed. The protests blocked the election officials from auditing and also recounting some votes in certain provinces. Meanwhile, the opposition candidates have threatened to reject any figures announced by the election body that they say has made some questionable decisions that favor the incumbent Ashraf Ghani. The leading presidential candidates, Ashraf Ghani and his chief rival, Abdullah, are coalition partners in what is essentially a very messy government that's been brokered by the United States when the previous elections in 2014 had ended in a very tense stalemate. Now, the fragility of the system is being exposed yet again, this at a time when the stakes are particularly high. The war with the Taliban is intensifying, and the Trump administration appears pretty determined, 18 years after the United States invaded Afghanistan, to significantly reduce the number of troops, that is the US troops, at all costs. All right, now back in February during India's Balakot strike, New Delhi had claimed to have shot down an F-16 jet that was scrambled by the Pakistani Air Force. Now, Islamabad, of course, had rejected this charge, and the United States has been more or less pretty tight-lipped in public about this entire controversy. But now details have emerged that Washington was indeed extremely worried about Pakistan using or misusing the F-16 jets, and had even dispatched a letter to the Pakistani Air Force chief warning against it. Now, the letter, of course, dates back to August. It was written by Andrea Thompson, the then Under-Secretary of State for Arms Control, and the letter confirms that Pakistan had indeed used its F-16s and other American missiles to forward positions. Now, this, of course, is a clear violation of the terms under which the jets had been sold to Pakistan. The letter warns of the possibility of these weapons falling into the hands of malignant actors and endangering peace in the region. And also a couple of important things to note here. This is the first time that the United States has expressed concern over Pakistan misusing the F-16 jets. And also keep in mind that the letter came from a high-ranking official in the Trump administration. Now, Andrea Thompson has been a military intelligence officer all her career. She first entered the Trump administration as a national security advisor to Vice President Mike Pence. Now, Pakistan, although it possesses the F-16 fighter jets, it reportedly does not have the discretionary powers to use the F-16s as it sees fit. Now, what is interesting is that these F-16s that Pakistan has in its Air Force can be deployed in 2 specific air bases and only for counter-terror operations and never against a foreign nation. Now, India had presented evidence saying that Pakistan had not only used the F-16s against them, but also the AMRAAM missile that was used to shoot down one of India's MiG-21 Bisons. All right, now online shopping is of course a big hit these days. It's pretty convenient, and most importantly, it also offers customers some pretty good discounts. But wait, there is also a warning: be very careful when you shop online, because cyber criminals are of course misusing discount offers to try and cheat customers. Our next report gets you the details.
We all look for discounts when we shop online. We look for price cuts, coupon codes and cashbacks. And in our attempt to crack good deals, many of us become careless, make mistakes and fall for cyber crimes. And these discount scams get even worse during the year-end festive season. At least that's what cybersecurity firm McAfee's new report highlights. According to McAfee's Christmas Scam Survey report, 56.1% of Indians fell prey to discount scams by clicking on links that took them to sketchy websites. That's not all. The company shares a breakup and the numbers are alarming. 28.6% of Indians lost between 15,000 to 20,000 rupees because of fake online retail sites. 78.6% experienced seasonal travel scams through unsolicited and malicious links. 53.6% of Indians fell victim to deceiving apps by clicking on malicious links that directed them to bogus sites. Other scams like email phishing and text phishing have also duped people. Note that the holiday discount season during year-end poses a lot of threats. Therefore, we suggest that be wary of online scams, be mindful of potential risks, and take necessary measures to protect yourself this holiday season. Bureau Report, Wion, World is One.